Dear students, welcome to the basic accounting classes. Today we will discuss about a 3-column cash book. It is the 15th class of accounting. If you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe this channel. Let us start the class. First of all, let us study what is the meaning of 3-column cash book. A 3-column cash book or triple column cash book is one in which there are 3 columns on each side. In 3-column cash book, there will be 3 columns on each side. That means on the debit side and on the credit side, there will be 3 columns. One column is used to record cash transactions, just like in the double column cash book. And the second column is used for recording bank transactions, which are same in the case of double column cash book. And the difference with regard to the double column cash book is, in 3-column cash book there is another column, that is the third column, which is used for recording discount received and allowed. An extra column, an extra amount column is added in the 3-column cash book for recording discount received and allowed. That is, 3-column cash book means it is a cash book which has 3 columns, 3 amount columns on each side. That means on the debit side and credit side there will be 3 amount columns. Then let us see the format of 3-column cash book. See the format. This is the debit side and this is the credit side. See the extra column, extra amount column added on both sides. This is discount allowed. This column is meant for recording discount allowed, and this column is meant for recording discount received. As you know, the cash book is divided into 2 parts, one debit side and credit side. On the debit side we are recording the cash receipts, and on the credit side we are recording cash payments. But as far as concerned with the discount allowed, discount given is entered on the debit side. When we are receiving a cash, we are allowing discount. So discount allowed is given on this side. When we are paying cash to anybody, we are receiving discount. So discount received is given on the credit side, that means on the payment side. See, there are 3 amount columns, discount, cash and bank column on the debit side, and there are 3 amount columns on the credit side also. Now let us solve a problem on 3-column cash book. This is the problem which we are going to solve now. Cash balance is given 13,000 and balance at bank is also given, which is 12,500. Let us start solving this problem. The rest of the question part will be discussed while we are doing the problem. Let us start doing the problem. We have to draw the format of 3-column cash book. Firstly, there should be 3 amount columns on both sides. Firstly, we have been given cash balance 13,000 and balance at bank 12,500. These are the opening balance of cash and a deposit balance. As you know, a cash book is always having only debit balance. A cash account will not have credit balance because we cannot expend more than what we have. But as far as concerned with the bank column, a bank column may be either having a debit balance or credit balance. A bank column with a debit balance means there is deposit balance. We have cash in the bank. A bank column with a credit balance means we are having overdraft. Overdraft is a situation where we have withdrawn, but we have more than what we have deposited in the bank. So we should take into consideration the balances, that means cash book or cash account have debit balance only, but bank account may have either a debit balance or credit balance. Bank account with a debit balance means we have deposit balance. Bank account with the credit balance means it is in the case of overdraft. Firstly, we have to write the opening balance into the 3-column cash book. Let us enter the opening balances. Cash book or cash account has debit balance, so it should be entered on the debit side. On the first day, balance BD, cash balance should be written as balance BD because it is the opening balance. Opening balance should be written as balance BD. The amount should be the cash account balance. The opening balance of cash account should be given on the cash column, and the bank account balance should be given on the bank balance. If it were the credit balance or bank balance, it should have been given on this side. It is also debit balance, so we are writing balance BD and amount columns on the debit side. Let us take the second transaction, purchased goods for cash. We have purchased and paid cash. As you know, all receipts are given on the debit side. All payments are entered on the credit side. This is the case of payment. The journal entry is purchase account added to cash, so purchase should be credited here. This is the case of payment. All payments are given on the credit side, so purchase should be credited here. The amount should be given in the cash amount column because we have purchased goods for cash. We have paid cash. It does not affect the bank balance. We have paid cash, so it should be given on the cash column. And the next transaction is cash sales. Cash sales means it is nothing but goods sold for cash. Cash sales means it is goods sold for cash. So it is a receipt case. Sales should be entered on the debit side, and we have received cash for sales, so the amount 6,800 should be given on the cash column. Let us enter the transaction. Given the date, sales is debited and the amount is given on the cash column. Next transaction is rent paid by check. This is the case of payment, so all payments should be given on the credit side. We have paid rent, so rent should be credited, but we have paid it by paying check. This is not a cash payment, this is a check payment. When we are payment using check, the bank account should be affected. When we are paying salary by check, the same entry we should give it a salary on the credit side and amount on the bank account column. Here rent is paid, so we have to enter rent on the credit side. As we have paid through using check, we should enter the amount on the bank column. So next transaction is received from Mohan by check and deposited into bank. Discount allowed 100. We have received a check from Mohan, and on the same day we have deposited the check into bank. So the journal entry is bank account added to Mohan. We have received a check from Mohan for rupees 1,200, and on the same day the check has been deposited in the bank. So the journal entry is bank account added to Mohan. Bank balance increases When asset increases, it should be debited. Here the Mohan, debtor, if an asset, when he is paying check to us, the asset decreases. So Mohan should be credited. So journal entry is bank account debtor to Mohan. We have received a check for rupees 1200 and we have also given that discount allowed. We have allowed a discount of rupees 100. Mohan is supposed to pay rupees 1300, but he's just paid rupees 1200 only because we have allowed him a discount of rupees 100. So this 100 should be entered on the discount allowed column. This 100 should be entered on the discount allowed column. The Mohan should be entered on the particulars column. This is the case of receipt. We are receiving something, so we should enter the name of the Mohan should in the particulars column, that is on the debit side. Let us enter the transaction as Mohan rupees 1200 because we have been given a check and the check has been deposited in the bank on the same day. So bank account balance has been increased. So the 1200 should be entered on the bank column. At the same time, discount allowed rupees 100 on the discount allowed column also. Let us take the next transaction, that is on the 15th date, cash withdraw from bank rupees 1000. We have withdrawn cash from bank. This is the case of contra entry. When we are depositing cash into bank, that means the journal entry is bank account debtor to cash. And also in the case of withdrawing cash from bank, the journal entry is cash account debtor to bank. Both transactions are called contra entry. Both cash and bank are there. So it is called contra entry. When we are entering contra entry, when we are posting contra entry, special care should be taken. As far as concerned with the contra entry, both the debit and the credit side should be entered. So let us see what is the journal entry in this case. In this case, the journal entry is cash account debtor to bank. We have withdrawn cash from bank. We have received cash. Cash is an asset. Asset increases, so cash is debited as per the rule. We have received cash from the bank, so the bank deposit balances decreases. The asset bank decreases, so bank is credited as per the rule. So when both the cash and bank come in the journal entry, it is called contra entry. When we are posting contra entry into the cash book, we have to enter this transaction on the both debit and credit side. I will show you how to enter this transaction. First, take the credit element of the journal entry, that is bank account. That should be debited into the cash book. Bank should be debited into the cash book first. On the 15th date, bank is debited, and the amount should not be entered on the bank column. It should be entered on the cash column. As far as concerned with the contra entry, when we are taking the credit element into the debit side, the amount should not be entered in the same account. It should be entered on the other account. So we have taken bank, the amount should be entered on the cash column. And also, in order to denote it as a contra entry, the letter C should be entered on the LF column. A letter C is entered on the ALF column. Here we have completed the debit side transaction, the debit side entry, and we have to enter it on the credit side also. On the credit side, take the cash into credit side. Cash is debited in the journal entry. It should be credited to the cash book. Cash is entered. Then amount is given on the bank column. When we are entering cash, it should not enter on the cash column. It should be entered on the bank column. So in order to denote it as a contra entry, C is given on the LF column also. Now we have completed entering this contra entry. Let us go to another transaction, paid to Kiran and Company and discount earned rupees 150. We have paid Kiran and Company rupees 4000 and we have earned rupees 150 as discount. This is the case of payment. So Kiran and Company should be credited. 4000 should be given on the cash column because we have paid it in cash, not by check. So it should be entered on the cash column. We have received a discount of rupees 150. So 150 should be written on the discount received column also. Going to the next transaction, salary paid. This is also a case of payment. Salary is credited and the amount of salary is given on the cash column. Because there is no mention about the check transaction, so we can assume that it is paid in cash. So the amount is written on the cash column. Now we have completed enter all the transactions given in the question. As a next step, we have to balance both the cash and bank column. The discount allowed and discount received column need not balance. It should just total and write here. Let us see how to balance. Firstly, we have to balance the cash column. Then we will move to the bank column. Take the cash debit total, add these items. We will get 20,800. Then add credit total. The credit total, we got 17,000. We know that the larger amount is 20,800. So the larger amount, when we are balancing an account, the larger amount should be written on both the debit and credit side. We have to write the 20,800 on the this is discount allowed and discount received have been totaled. Next, the larger amount of cash book, that means the debit total has been entered on the debit side of cash book and credit side of cash book. Now we have to find out the difference between the debit total and credit total. The difference is 3,800. 20,800 minus 17,000 is 3,800. This is the balance of cash account column. This balance should be entered on the smaller side. This is entered on the credit side. The date is the last date of the month. So 31st is given here. And balance CD should be entered. When we are entering the closing balance, when we are entering the opening balance, it wrote like balance BD. When we are entering the closing balance, it should be given as balance CD. And the difference is written here, 3,800. We are total, when we total these amounts, we will get to 20,800. Right? Then this amount should be given as the opening balance of the next month. This same balance CD amount should be given as balance BD here. The date is first day of next month. That means February 1st. Here balance BD is given and the same amount 3,800 is given on the cash column under the total amount. We have completed balancing the cash account. Then we have to take the bank account. Bank account debit total is, that means the total of these two items is 13,700. Credit total, the total of these items is 4,400. This is the larger amount. So 13,700 is written on both sides. It is 13,700 is written on the debit side. The same amount is written on the credit side also. Then find out the difference. 13,700 minus 4,400, that is 9,300. This is written on the smaller side. Here also the smaller side is credit side. So this is written as 9,300. We need not repeat the balance sheet and date again. We can write straight on this side. 9,300 can be given here also. We can say that the cash book and bank book have debit balance because the larger side is debit side. Both the cash and bank column have debit balance. The same amount should be given as balance BD also. We need not repeat the February 1st and balance BD. We can just write this 9,300 here also. This is how a 3-column cash book is prepared. If you are having any queries, feel free to ask it on the comment box. I will reply for that. If you like this video, please give a like to this video and share it maximum to your friends also. If you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe this channel. So we will meet on the next class. Thank you.